Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm mad about mini paper pads, as many of us are, and I know you have a collection of neglected ones. I'm actually using one of my newer ones that came from a Mind the Scrap kit, and I almost feel disloyal to my older ones because I'm not using them. I love this collection, this Echo Park Our Story Matters. I love the icons, I love the colors, and I love all the patterns in the mini paper pad. So I've selected a whole bunch of them, and actually I went looking for a sketch that would allow me to use a whole bunch of them, and I'm not going to show you the sketch. I briefly almost showed it to you there for a minute, but it has lots of paper layers. Let's just put it that way. And I built this kind of stack of paper layers for my photo, which is, this photo is my Mother's Day gift, one of my Mother's Day gifts. And what James did, he at first gave me this shirt, which looks exactly like Reese playing a guitar. And I've actually made a page about that before. But the real present for me was that he got shirts for everybody, including Barrett, who's not wearing his. And he's been planning this photo for me to scrap. And the idea was that we'd all be wearing our shirts and someone would be holding Reese to show how much Reese looked like the dog on our shirts. Well, this is how it worked out, which is to say it didn't. Katie and Ava had other shirts on, but they brought their shirts. They just didn't want to put them on. They didn't want to change into them because I think Katie was afraid she'd mess up her hair, whatever. Barrett couldn't find his and kind of gave up looking. I had mine on, but it didn't show because just as the photo was taken, Reese kind of put her head back and Barrett adjusted, and so I got covered up, which is probably just as well. So it's more true to life, our story, than any well thought out, well planned, well posed photo ever would have been. So I love it. So what I'm going to do, I laid this down a little bit left of center because I want my title here. I laid this down, marked where the papers were going to end, and I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling using the sketches by Lisa Sikorsky. It was one of her premium sketches that's for sale on her scrapasketch.com. I'm going to just kind of do this. Let's see what I've got here. I've only got 3 colors and I have 5. And I'm going to kind of do it lightly. These colors sort of match the colors in the collection, and I'm using them in place of another element in the sketch. And I'm kind of doing them so that they look just lightly brushed on, and things are kind of moving around here. Okay, so that's all right, and I'm gonna do another set, maybe just a couple of them here. I'll do these 3. And I know that they won't show beyond that mark. So the colors I'm using are Faded Jeans and Worn Lipstick and Scattered Straw. There, and I'm gonna do maybe 4 down here, which means I'll have 2 pink ones. And I'm okay if the colors blend there. It's kind of moving around. That one actually took on a little bit of an orange look. And okay, and that has a little bit of shadowing, and that's okay. I'm gonna go here with the yellow and the pink and the blue. So different numbers of rays sticking out depending on which side, and we'll see how this all shapes up. I maybe took a little bit longer with that than I intended to, but let's get this kind of started. I'm just gonna lay this down there, and then I think this strip came next. And then this. And I'm not using any foam in between these layers because there are enough layers of paper there. And now I have this, which I don't know. I was kind of in doubt about whether I'd even use it. I'm gonna go like that for there. And like this. And then this goes kind of like so. And I'm thinking I don't need this strip, so I will put it aside. What I do with my scraps on paper pads is kind of tuck them in and store them together, because I do use a lot of paper pad scraps. Okay, now to embellish. I want clusters at each of these 4 points, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use for a title, so let me pick that. So this says telling all our stories. This one says stories from the heart, and those are big, important titles. I like this tag that says this story matters. And it might want to go on some foam. And I might want to have some twine through it, so I'm going to steal some twine from another tag. I'm going to put it through this way. I like this because the background is dark, and I've kind of featured the dark background pattern paper by having it kind of extend beyond the 6x6 border of the pink. So what I want to do here is tie a bow, and of course I'm not the best at bow tying, so it may not end up being very pretty. It's actually better than I expected it to be, so yay. And instead of extending the title way out here, I'm actually gonna just lay it on like that as an embellishment, the embellishment for that cluster. So that's going to become my title. I thought I would use a typewriter on one, and I like this blue typewriter. This is going to be extraordinarily simple because I'm using the same collection. I have a few kind of extras that are not part of the collection that that I will be adding to it. So I want to put that there and then do a floral beside it. This floral is too big, but if I cut it in half, I think it'll be just right to go there. Let me kind of round that a bit. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of foam up at the top part of it that shows so that it's more important. There we go. Okay, and I've got this one, but I want something pretty awesome to go up here at the top. And I love this book with the hearts coming out. Since this photo has a story, it has the story of James's intentions. It has the story of all of the delays of getting everybody together, because Ava stays with her mom half the time. And I'll put this one down, kind of this half of the floral this way. And I have other embellishments that are going to go on here. Okay, that works. And I want to put the bee on here for Barrett. Shirt or no shirt. There we go. And I have squirrel for Ava. Let's see, I've got a ladybug for Katybug. I love how the ladybugs always stand out when I have no other red on the page. I'm going to put it like so. The squirrel is going to go right here, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of foam. Where's my skinny foam sheet of strips? Here it is. And I'm going to have it upside down, which is fine. It's the same pattern on the other side. I'm going to put this guy right there because that's Ava. And I have a bone for Reese and a turtle for me. James doesn't have an animal that he's associated with. I'm going to cut this guy back, and I'm going to put some foam on it because it's my Mother's Day present that we're documenting here. Of course, Mother's Day was in May, and we're halfway through June. I'm going to put it on there like so. And I'm going to crisscross bones maybe down here. So actually, let me do this flare. It's a pattern that the color goes great with that, and it's a pattern that could easily be mixed in with these. This is from a set of flare, a special set that was created especially for me. It's called John's Sunflowers, and this was one of the, so I've gotten some ink on the bone, so I'm going to lay it on there, and I'll let it dry a little bit. And this is a pattern with some sunflowers on it, and it seems to go well enough. I'm going to go ahead and put it in over here by the title tag. Whoops. The background is kind of pinkish, and the sunflowers I've messed up my bow. Nope, it's okay. And I can use some sequins or another sticker embellishment there. Let's do a heart. There's a plaid in the collection. Just absolutely the most beautiful patterns. It kind of reminds me of some of the early Lawn Fawn pattern paper collections. I'm just going to put it kind of out in the field there. I have a camera that is just adorable. There are two actually, a pink one and a yellow one. I think I'm going to go with the yellow one. And maybe put it right here. Okay. And then I still have to figure out where to put some of these bramble fox, or one of these bramble fox sunflowers, because whether you see him or not, I'm sure John was there laughing along at all of this goofiness. And he'd have been there with his shirt on. He definitely would have been there. Okay, so I'm just going to use the sunflower without the any of the leaves. Okay, there we go. I just kind of put it on top of the yellow ray. All right, now I have some sequins I would like to add, and I'm going to add these pink glasses. Right here over the book. There is an icon, a sticker right here that has an open book and a pair of glasses there. So that's kind of cute. There's a little banner that says Family History. Let me see if it could work right there. I think it can. And since I didn't do a title that goes out horizontally there, I may add some butterflies. There. Let's see. I have two colorful ones. And I'll just cut a little bit of foam and put on them. Where did the other, okay, there it is. I'm just gonna have it going like so, and let me do this. On here. And else can I use? Do I need to use? I actually was maybe going to use this border over here to kind of make up for that space, but that would really be departing from the sketch. So I'm happy with it as it is. I hope you enjoy. Well, without the sequence, I need the sequence. I have this summer. I should know. I promised myself I was going to look up the pronunciation of that word. I think it's Higgy. Higga. It's it means, you know, a state of satisfaction and bliss and fun concepts like that. I'm gonna do just a few in the different color schemes that we've got going on here. The blue, and I'm going to do a pink and a yellow. I think the glue dot is bigger than the sequin there, so I'm going to try to remove a little, but it'll be fine. And I'm going to do another one up here. Not a lot of sequins, just a tiny bit of sparkle. These sequins are from Spiegelmom scraps. And I love the color combination, but also in the mix is a kind of a bronze looking flat sequin that just, amongst all the sparkly ones, it just really stands out nicely. This pink one, I have stuck another sequin there. So let's put the pink one here. There we go. Okay, done. And ready for the books, ready for the family history book. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next month when we find more fun things to do with the small paper pads. And you'll get inspiration in all of the links that I put in the description box. You'll get inspiration for using the tiny 2x2 pads from collections like the Paige Evans collections, 6x6, 6x8, 8x8, 4x4, things like that. Just all those paper pads that you've been hoarding for a while. Get them out and use them and have fun. Bye. Thanks for watching.